So, hey, it's me back again, Lila, Gma Rides. And yeah, surprise, we went to the Harley Davidson Museum, and this is another chapter of that. Hopefully, you'll see some new content here. We went in, and one of the first places that we saw was the engine room. Well, actually, it was on the second floor, but it kind of shows a perspective of Harley Davidson engines through the years and a breakdown of what they looked like. Also in that room, you can see that they have some exploded engines, not really exploded, but torn apart so that strategically cut away. You can see how they oil, and you can see how the engine actually works on the inside. And that's a motorcycle that they've sort of disassembled. And it was really interesting to look at. Like I said, another slow-mo engine. But yeah, so that's up on the second floor. And Harley Davidson has like 20 acres of in their facility there. They have some restaurants now. They have retail shops, of course, and they have this museum, which was amazing. Hog members can get in free with their annual pass, which is pretty cool because I have a hog membership, so I got in free. It's $2 or $5, I don't remember what, for the self-guided audio tour, which was very helpful to understand what we were seeing, because otherwise it was just a bunch of really cool bikes. In the middle of floors 1 and 2, you can see a permanent gallery of different types of clubs and competition riding, enduros. Yeah, the board track riding was pretty fascinating. And there's a lot of thrill-seeking memorabilia in there as well. The off-road Harley display was reopened in March of 21. And these are just some different clubs that have sent memorabilia to be displayed at the museum as well. And there was a ton of stuff to wander around and look at, much more than I could show here. Also on the second floor is a permanent display of tank art, and there was tons of them. I walked up and down this hallway looking to try and select which was my favorite, and I came up with 5 or 6 picks, but yeah, I couldn't narrow it down to just one. So if you ever go there, I'd like to know what your favorite is. I bet you couldn't pick one out either. Also on permanent display is this, which they feel is the #1 Harley Davidson, as various parts in the machining of it have been stamped with a 1 when they took it apart to look at it. I thought that was interesting. I learned it on a Blockhead video. And I overheard some lady talking about it while I was there. This refers to the AMF years when golf carts and boats and some other things were made by Harley-Davidson. More than just motorcycles. But the employees eventually bought the company back again, if I remember correctly, which was how the Eagle Soars Alone came about. Also on display downstairs is a bunch of custom stuff that people have built and donated for display in the museum. But this next one is the Tsunami bike. It's a 2004 night train found in British Columbia after drifting 4,000 miles from Japan after a tsunami on 3/11/11. The owner donated it to the Harley-Davidson Museum as all of his belongings were destroyed in the tsunami, and he just apparently didn't want it anymore. Can't say as I really blame him, but it's a cool story. Well, no, it's not a cool story. It's a sad story. Sorry. These are some Harley-Davidson early off-road things from what I recall reading there. But this next bit's pretty cool to me. It tells why my motorcycle, my Sportster anyway, is called XLCH. It means extra lean, competition hot. It means they stripped off every possible extra bit of weight so that when they threw it on the track, it could go lighter, farther, and of course faster. It also shifted on the opposite side of anything else that, and my Ironhead Sportster still shifts on the apparently wrong side. It's kind of fun to go from one bike to the other and have to get used to shifting the other way. But I have a 1000cc XLCH in the garage. Yes, you've seen the videos. These are some more pictures of motorcycles that are in the gallery. Oh, yeah. And they just reopened the Experience Gallery, which allows you to hop on a select amount of motorcycles. And then when I went outside, they also let me sign up and take off and go street ride some of their newer bikes, which was a lot of fun too. The kid that I had my picture taken with was my photographer.